I see the presence of ADHD in a person's life according to the view of Dr. Gabor Mate. His research and understanding has it that ADHD is a trauma response. And if you haven't already seen it, be sure to check out my video on trauma. Now, ADHD also happens to be mislabeled. AD, right, attention deficit, is not really what it's all about. ADHD is really about a surplus of attention. But what is that surplus of attention looking for? What is it trying to pay attention to? Now, what is the excess of attention looking for? It's looking for a way out. It means the system is so revved up on high alert, having perceived or on the lookout for what it perceives as threats. It sees much of everyday life as very threatening and is looking for a way to deal with it, a way to cope, a way out. So for many youngsters, even sitting in a classroom for many hours on end is a bit of a traumatic experience, calling for that trauma response. Think of it this way: you're bored or there's something going on within you and you are made to sit still. You have no way out. And so eventually your body and system is going to start to fidget. You're going to start to daydream. You're going to find a way out. And a thing to remember about ADHD too, as far as diagnoses are concerned, it doesn't show up alone. Rarely does a kid or adult just have ADHD. It typically comes with depression, with anxiety, oppositional defiance disorder, and the like. So when children who were hyperactive with ADHD become adults, that typically transmutes itself into a lot of anxiety. And this is the sad part. When a person with ADHD's performance or whatever at home and school becomes an issue because of the ADHD, they incur a lot of negative feedback from teachers, peers, spouses. Society typically lacks the kind of patience that we really need to offer those with ADHD. So if you have ADHD, you're having a hard time in the first place, and it's causing you to struggle in relationships, at home, at school. And then the people react to those struggles in negative ways. So if you have ADHD, you learn pretty quickly that something is seriously wrong with you. Even though nothing is wrong with you, you pick up the mistaken belief that something really is. Now, stimulant medication is the best short-term treatment for ADHD. Let me say that again. Stimulant medication is the best short-term treatment for ADHD. You might be afraid of taking stimulant medication or having your children take stimulant medication, but worst case scenario is the stimulant medication simply doesn't work. The research is showing that for the vast majority of people with ADHD, it really helps. Mid to long-term solutions, however, include a lot of trauma work and mindfulness practices, all of which can be accomplished at LifeWorks Counseling.